I know my channel is meant for book reviews, and I'm sure in future I will talk about other content besides books. This is the first video that will not be about a book. What? Ow, I just got hair on my eye. Today I finally saw the film Age of Adeline. Now, I know I'm behind the ball on this. I mean, it came out almost a year ago, but I finally watched it today and I have to talk about it. It just, oh my word. First of all, I never have wanted to live forever. It sounds horrible. We're meant to die. Hopefully we have nice long lives before we die, but that's not always the case. However, Age of Adeline I think was a really important film because it does show, for all those who do wish they could live forever, that it's not a good thing. It's not pleasant, because you see Adeline and she has this beautiful full life, and then it's all kind of stripped away from her. She has to go into hiding, and you know, for the first section of time after she discovers this, I'm sure she still had lots of fun, you know, getting to stay in her prime for so long. But as, you know, her daughter aged, or her loved ones started to die, it becomes more of a burden. She closed herself off, as I think we all would, because you're afraid of making those attachments, because you know you'll just end up getting hurt. You know, you can't even really form friendships. You can, but not as close as you would like, because you know you'll have to go into hiding and disappear off the face of the earth again, and you'll never see them again, and all this stuff. It was beautiful, the film. The first part that really tugged my heartstrings was when the dog died. I won't lie, I have a huge soft spot for animals and dogs, especially. Why did the dog have to die? I absolutely loved the dynamic between Adeline, William, and Ellis. I thought it was just so... I just found this whole weird triangle thing to be... Triangle? I found this whole triangle to be really just incredibly moving, because you saw on Harrison Ford's face just what Adeline had meant to him, and the fact that he didn't talk about Adeline because she had hurt him so bad when she just stood him up that day and disappeared off the face of the earth. You saw how badly it hurt, and you saw all of a sudden like he was seeing a ghost, and that he was still so madly in love with her. Then you have Ellis, who thinks he's, you know, just, oh, well, I guess Adeline was Jenny's mom, and, you know, Adeline falls in love with both the father and in the 60s and the son in modern day. It's just beautiful. And the fact that it took meeting William again for her to kind of stop running. For her to stop running and say what was happening to someone. The scene that got me the most was the end, when Adeline admits to her daughter that she did tell Ellis, and just the reaction. I don't cry during movies. I cry when I read books, but not for film, and I did cry. I openly cried. That takes a lot. The director, Lee Krieger, his vision for this film was so beautiful, and he captured it in such a beautiful, poetic way. The whole film almost seemed like it had this fluidity of choreography. It was almost like this insane ballet or something that was being put on to a stage. It was breathtaking. I love how you got the feel of almost the actual kind of cameras that were being used, you know, back in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, and so forth. That was a really cool extra feature, and I also loved the use of lighting and color in this film. That in itself was almost a character. It added such an amazing depth. Then the costumes and hair and makeup. oh my word, just oh my word. The costumes were so gorgeous, and I love how you see her use certain pieces more than once, and how she has this incredible vintage feel. In modern day, she looks very retro, but you also see that bit of 30s to 40s, 50s in most of her wardrobe, where it'll be the texture or the extra fine detailing, the embroidery or something that isn't necessarily in today's clothing as much as I wish it were. The one gown that Blake Lively wears in this film, you see her wear it in the 40s, and then you see her wearing it modern day as well, and it's just so amazing. The hair, makeup, also wardrobe, it's also seamless. The sets, such as Adaline's apartment, was beautiful. It was this weird, eclectic time capsule almost, and you have things from almost a whole 100 years in this beautiful old apartment. I just, oh my word, I want that apartment for myself. The storyline, the script, everything, it was lovely, exquisite, so well done. It's a new favorite movie, I will admit. So if you haven't seen Age of Adeline, go see it. If you have, watch it again, because this film right here is a classic. Seriously, a classic. Watch it. Bye.